opportunity.
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 The Grey Cup, Athletic, the champions, the
The 100th Grey Cup in 2012 has been awarded to the City of Toronto.
You keep thinking that this is a chance of a lifetime, but that doesn't seem like it's enough.
Everything's at stake. What you remember for the rest of your life.
Gigantic chance. Fantasyland.
It's us! First down! We at the point of no return!
This is going to be the biggest party in the history of Toronto.
You only get so many opportunities in life. Don't be afraid to make the play. Don't be afraid to be the hero.
Look out here! Owens will score!
100th Grey Cup, it's the one and only.
I think there's a true belief that they deserve to be there.
The 100th anniversary is just so big. It's such a big stage.
This is an opportunity to make history.
It is my great pleasure to announce the 2012 starting quarterback for the Toronto Argonauts, Ricky Ray.
A single trade, a new hope, and a new era for the Toronto Argonauts.
I was definitely shocked at the time. As the offseason went on, just got more and more excited about this opportunity.
You hate to say that there's a steep price, but to get that guy you know can be the guy that turns your franchise around, there really isn't too steep a price.
I thought it was a joke at first. I thought it was a prank. You know, when I found out it was the truth, I was just so optimistic because now I believe like we had a chance and I knew it.
With future Hall of Famer Ricky Ray under center and rookie head coach Scott Milanovich at the helm, prevailing pessimism in Toronto has given way to renewed confidence.
I didn't feel like I was joining a team that came off of a 6-12 season. I felt like I was joining a new team that had a good chance of being successful.
But as the Argos roll into Edmonton for a Week 1 showdown with Ray's former club, offensive growing pains rear their ugly head.
Ray struggling right now. His offense struggling. Lost the football.
They're not happy in Toronto with Ricky Ray or the offense.
That's always a challenge, learning a new offense, but also learning about the guys around you that you've never really played with before.
Toronto's much-hyped attack fails to take flight, and the team finds itself at 3-3 heading into the bye week.
It took me time to figure out how to fit Ricky's style, and also took time to figure out who were the best guys to fit around them.
It was just a bad deal, you know. I just feel like, you know, I gave him what I could, you know, and hey, somebody has to take the fall on that sword when things don't go right.
In a move that sends shockwaves throughout the CFL, Corey Boyd, the league's leading rusher, is flat out released by the Argonauts.
He didn't really fit what Scott wanted.
I was aware that he was the leading rusher in the league, and it was a difficult choice, but sometimes you have to make hard calls.
Milanovich called me and he told me, this is your opportunity. I hung up the phone and told my girlfriend I was going to be the starting running back for the Toronto Argonauts.
Touchdown Argos! Packard on the trampoline goes in.
He really did explode onto the scene.
The Argos' backfield gamble pays off, and the offense finally starts to gel.
He's got it. Chad Owens, he's got a touchdown.
Come check us out.
Chad Owens is on record-setting pace, and Ricky Ray returns to vintage form.
There's Ray, wide open, touchdown!
But in Week 13, all that momentum comes to a screeching halt.
Ricky Ray is down.
One of our offensive linemen kind of got rolled up into my knee, and I felt it pop a little bit.
You know, I saw him reaching for his leg, and I was just like, don't be anything. Don't be the ACL. Don't be anything that's like season-ending.
Ray is sidelined for almost a month with a strained MCL.
When he got injured, he saw the game a little differently and maybe got a chance to see it more from the coach's eyes.
I think that helped Ricky.
Ray to the end zone again for Touchdown!
He came back, and his reads have been amazing since then. The ball comes out of his hands quickly, and he's just been playing at, at a really high level.
In his first 2 games back, Ray throws for 8 touchdowns and almost 700 yards. And a win over Saskatchewan secures a home playoff date. The following week, the team's MOP secures his place in history with the all-purpose yards record.
It takes some luck, it takes being blessed, and it takes opportunity. And I definitely got all of the above this year.
Today, the 2012 postseason kicks off. East meets West.
Let's go win together, man! We are winning today! Let's go! Let's go!
On the game's first drive, Kerry Joseph and the Eskimos move the ball at will. And a Kerry Coke touchdown puts Edmonton ahead.
Hey, let's change the game right here.
As the second quarter gets underway, Chad Owens turns those words into action.
I just had this feeling that I wasn't going to be denied on that play.
Here he goes! Chad Owens 30 to the 25, and he is going to score! And the Argonauts take the lead!
The crowd went electric, just a momentum swinger, and it was much needed.
Yeah! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Owens touchdown incites an Argonaut avalanche. 31 points in the second quarter. A new playoff record.
It was just one of the most amazing displays of like team football I've seen, as far as a quarter is concerned.
One more.
The win over Edmonton has the team brimming with belief. Something they'll need plenty of as they prepare to enter the belly of the beast.
This is the CFL Eastern Final from Olympic Stadium. Expecting upwards of 50,000 in here. They will be loud and proud.
Montreal's been my nemesis as a professional football player. I'm playing 2 Grey Cups.
Perhaps no Argonaut knows the sting of playoff defeat more than safety Jordan Younger. He's a 4-time loser to Montreal in the playoffs.
One more try against them, maybe it's written in the stars.
When things get tough, find strength in your teammates.
We must take care of the football.
Nothing but greatness today. Everything you got. Hey, you only get one chance. Go.
Here we go with the big O.
In the early going, Montreal's offense marches downfield, and the team's third-string running back plows his way to pay dirt.
And there goes James. Touchdown, Montreal!
We weren't worried and we weren't panicked.
On the weak side, I look on the strong side, open right up. Look at me! Look at me!
As the defense struggles to communicate, the offense struggles to execute.
Lack of coverage takes a touchdown away. Hurt, nowhere to go, he's stopped again.
A huge goal line stand secures Montreal's lead, and Toronto trails 17-10 at the half.
We've been in this situation before, and you know, Coach just keeps us focused. It's a long game. We don't have to change anything. We just got to go out there and do what we do.
All we said all day was it didn't matter. We're just going to win this game. There was no letdown. There was no disappointment.
Never ever going to feel as if we're out of a game. It comes down to believing.
When the third quarter resumes, belief becomes progress.
It's Chad Owens who will get the first down and more. Across midfield. Here he goes to the 20, to the 10, and is taken down inside the 5-yard line. How about a nice Hawaiian punt?
You know, sometimes you take the angle. I was expecting D to take that hard angle with me.
Yeah.
So I was trying to cut him off.
He was staying right behind there.
Ray will throw. Caught. Touchdown, Dontrell Abraham.
At that point, I just knew, like, we got a real opportunity to seal this thing.
I see you want to win. Let's go. Calvillo throws over the middle, and it is intercepted by Marcus Ball at the 30.
A clutch interception by Marcus Ball gives possession right back to the Argos' red-hot offense.
See ya! Touchdown Toronto! The Cack attack continues!
A Chad Cacker touchdown gives Toronto their first lead of the game, heading to the fourth quarter.
That's it, little ball of hate. That's it! That's it!
And with Montreal threatening, the Argo defense once again rises to the occasion.
AC rolls this way, looks back the other way, and he's going to throw it. Intercepted by Marcus Ball!
Marcus Ball's second pick of the half secures possession with under 2 minutes to play. But a quick 2 and out gives the ball right back.
Game ain't over.
Calvillo goes deep. Downfield. Oh, it's caught.
The Owls are suddenly in striking distance. And after 2 incompletions, Montreal has one final chance to tie the game.
Who's going to the Grey Cup? We might find out on this play.
I seen the play developing.
Calvillo back to pass. Looking. Steps up.
And I look in the end zone, and all I see is Brian Bratton back there.
Rolls out. Left. Goes end zone.
When the ball went up, everything got quiet.
You just sit there and you wait.
As soon as the ball hit the ground, it was like, yeah, it's our time.
Did we just win? Are we going to the Grey Cup?
Woo! Let's go! We did it! We did it! They said, man, we couldn't do it, and we did it!
It's an amazing feeling.
To be able to play in the 100th Grey Cup at home is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
We just believed that we were destined to be in the position we are today. We're going to take advantage of our opportunity.
Toronto! We come home!
It was in our own city. And all the eyes were on us, all the lights were on us, all the pressure was on us to make Toronto a champion.
For almost a decade, Toronto has been labeled with the embarrassing title of losingest sports city in all of North America. The Maple Leafs, Blue Jays, and Raptors have turned disappointing fans into an annual tradition. But now, the Argos Grey Cup berth has the city buzzing. Toronto is starving for a winner.
It's my hometown, it's the Grey Cup, it's the 100th Grey Cup. It's like I've been working my whole life for this moment, and then once you get to the moment, you realize it's just so much bigger than you.
Ricky Foley's a Southern Ontario boy, born and raised on a farm just east of the city. He played 4 seasons in BC before signing with the Argos in 2010. He wanted to come home, to his family and his hometown team.
Couldn't think of a bigger stage, man, to be on. This team, my city, hometown hero, baby. We out here to get this. Argo, stand up.
And we are ready for a game 100 years in the making. It's been played in mud, fog, snow, and ice.
Great Cup, baby, I'm telling you. It's going down today, baby. It's going down today.
We back turn this city to a city of champions start today.
The 100th Grey Cup. Stamps and Argos are set.
We gonna take a Grey Cup tonight.
No, we don't. We make history tonight, okay?
42 men that will scrap, crawl, kick, fight, willing to do whatever it takes to win the game.
Tonight's the final step.
Let's not go out there and win, let's go dominate.
Man, we've been lying in the shadows all season long. Tonight's the night we step into the spotlight and take what's ours.
100th Grey Cup. We've been waiting for a long time in Toronto for this event, and it is here.
Ricky Ray and the Toronto offense take the field. The sold-out stadium is electric, but on the first play from scrimmage, disaster.
Dropping back, looking long on first down. He's looking for Andre Dury, and it's picked off.
That's not the way you want to start a game.
You got to be able to erase it and move on, and we knew that our defense had our back.
2-1 out, 2-1 out, 2-1 out.
For the Argo defense, priority number one is shutting down the league's leading rusher and outstanding Canadian, John Cornish.
Don't let nobody push you around. Let's be nasty.
Cornish is a great downhill runner, and we had a game plan in that we could get him to stop his feet and gang tackle. He had 3, 4, 5 guys jumping on top of him trying to bring him down.
And the Argo swarm strategy leads to Calgary's first major mistake.
2nd and 6, a fumble. Ricky Foley comes up with the football.
I just dove on that and pulled it away from Glenn with everything I had.
Come on! Come on! Come on! Get my city! Get my city!
Foley comes up with his biggest play of the season in the most important game of his life. And after the turnover, Ricky Ray gets a shot at redemption.
Here goes Chad Owens. CO2 to the house. Touchdown, Argo!
Chad Owens gives Toronto the crucial early lead. And the Argo defense continues to dominate.
Glenn throwing, and that one is intercepted. Casino Horn inside the 5. Touchdown!
The rookie's pick six puts the Argos up 14-3. It's still early in the second quarter, but already frustration is building on the Stampeders sidelines.
This ain't good enough. This is a championship. Let's go. Don't let him breathe. Do not let him breathe.
Play action rolls us up to Inman. Touchdown, Argo!
Dontrell Inman's 1-yard score caps off a nearly flawless first half for the Double Blue. And they lead it 24-6 at the break.
Flip the tables on 3. 1, 2, 3. Ah!
The second half begins the way the first half ended, with the Argos in control.
Well, under pressure, Foley can't reach him, and Glenn's going to have to hit the dirt.
What's up, boy?
The Argo defense, which is just as big a story on this day, gets to Kevin Glenn once again.
Amazing. We went as they went. They just kept the momentum on our side.
Relax and calm down. Let's go, man. Let's go finish. Come on, man.
With under 10 minutes to play, Chad Cackard finds a seam and rumbles 27 yards downfield.
Boy, Cat. Run that ball, 44.
Putting the Argos in prime position to land the knockout blow.
They're going to throw it out to Dury in the flat with blocker. To the 5. Touchdown! Andre Dury scores!
Fittingly, Toronto native Andre Dury puts the game out of reach. And as the clock winds down, it's finally time for this team and this city to celebrate.
They are in victory formation.
Toronto is going down in history. I know y'all love that.
They snap it.
It's been a long time, baby.
They take the knee, and it's official. The Toronto Argonauts are the team of the century. They have won the 100th Grey Cup.
Oh, man, I mean, it just sounds too good to be true.
I'm so proud of my boys and my teammates for carrying that weight all season long and then being the best when it mattered the most.
I'm the 100th Grey Cup champion with this team, and you can say what you want about anything, but you can't ever take that away from me.
This is everything we ever dreamed of. Everything we ever dreamed of, boy.
Man, you played the game of your life. The game of your freaking life, buddy.
We did it. We did it.
Amongst the chaos of congratulations, Ricky Foley is given an honor that simply overwhelms him.
Number one, baby.
They're going to need you to head to the stage. You're a most valuable Canadian.
Number one.
The whole family was there, man. My brother bought $8,000 worth of tickets, so I just couldn't imagine it being any more special.
Oh my God, are you trying to stay here? Baby, get it with
Wow. Just a country boy from Curtis who's just feeling like the luckiest man in the world.
I love you, brother. You earned this.
I love you. Oh, yeah. Give me a kiss. Oh, yes. I'm so glad you came here, buddy. It's good to be here. Oh, my God. Thank you so much for coming here, man.
It is my pleasure to present the 100th Grey Cup to your hometown Toronto Argonauts.
We earned that opportunity. We earned this chance to say that Toronto Argonauts, 2012 Grey Cup champions. It's just unbelievable. This will be something that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life.
We won the cup! We won the cup! We won the cup!
Toronto, to me, this is my home. It deserved a champion. It deserved one of these teams to be the best, and I'm so proud that it was us.
Man, we won a Grey Cup.